Hello and good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to each one of you, especially my dear students, teachers, and my colleagues from L'Oreal. I, Guneet Kaur, HR Manager for L'Oreal Baddi, am delighted to welcome each one of you to L'Oreal Operations GET program. So this year, we've received over 35,000 engineering students registrations, and it is a great number this year. We are overwhelmed with the response of each of you students. And thank you, students. This is really heartening and pushes us to raise the bar every year. So before we start, I would like to first welcome our esteemed speakers to introduce themselves and take this session forward. Thank you.
Hi, good evening everyone. So I am Ranjit Etke. I have joined L'Oreal India in 1996 and this is my 29th year in L'Oreal. So I have worked in different departments like quality, production, management, supply chain, subcontracting operations, projects, and now currently I am heading the Baddi plant.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Sonika, and it's been almost 9 years that I've been associated with L'Oreal. And before L'Oreal, I do have my external experience with different industries. You know, the manufacturing, the Indian as well as engineering companies. But yes, L'Oreal being for the last 9 years, very unique experience, and I'm basically heading the HR of the Baddi plant.
Hello, everybody. Myself, Amit Garg. I'm currently the plant director for the Chakan site in the Pune factory. And I joined L'Oreal approximately 15 years back, fresh from the campus. I'm an alumni of NIT Kurukshetra. So very happy to be interacting with so many students today together. And I can assure that this is one of the perfect companies to kickstart your career. And I've grown over the years and ladders to reach this position in this just a span of 15 years. Welcome to everybody.
Hi, I'm Santosh. I've joined L'Oreal almost 15 years back, same like Amit. I come from external experience also. I've worked with two automotive companies, one is Tata Motors and General Motors, and then I joined L'Oreal. It has been 15 years, excellent tenure, great career progression, and same expecting from you guys, whoever joins. It's going to be a roller coaster ride and an exciting journey. Welcome to campus once again. Excited to see you soon. Okay, now before we start, Amit Wade is the first speaker. Before we start, we have a small video for you guys to give a context of L'Oreal Group. First, the sequence is like Amit will speak about L'Oreal Group as a global because it's a MNC global MNC. It's a Paris-based global MNC. So we will speak about how we are spread at global level. Then we come down to India operations. So we start our presentation soon. Yeah. Uh,
Beauty is essential for humanity. At L'Oréal Group, we create the beauty that recycles 100% of its industrial water by 2030, that celebrates everyone for who they are, and without animal testing since 1989. Beauty that cares, with 67% of PET plastic packaging from recycled sources and 100% of our natural ingredients sustainably sourced by 2030. Beauty that opens doors with 25,000 work opportunities for young people every year. That creates a more inclusive future with 22,500 possible foundation shades. Beauty that protects the planet, restoring 1 million hectares by 2030. At L'Oréal Group, we create the beauty that moves the world.
Okay, everybody. So L'Oreal is approximately 43 billion euro organization with approximately 90,000 employees spread across 150 countries, and we have approximately 37 global brands. The key figures are on the table, and it is one of the richest group worldwide with approximately 43 billion euro net sales, and the operating profit is also pretty high. Move on. So in terms of the brands, it is spread across 4 divisions. So we have a division which is called consumer product division, which you see in the masses, which you see in the retail stores for the mass markets. The second division is on the professional products. which is more dedicated for the salons, where you need some consultation, and it is guided by your salon manager to keep guiding you depending upon your needs for the beauty and needs for the hair and your needs for your skin. Then we have a dermatology, which is more coming from the experts, doctors, which is recommended by the dermatologist for your particular skin and for your particular brand. We have brands catering into that segment. And then we have luxury division, which is real luxury. So consumers, we have brands like Garnier, L'Oreal Paris, Maybelline New York. Each and every brand has its unique entity, and many times people are not even aware of that these are the brands which belongs to L'Oreal. On the luxury, you name a brand, you will find everyone with us. We have Lancome, Ralph Lauren, YSL, Aesop, Biotherm, Diesel, Ralph Lauren. So we have all the brands. Aesop is one of the latest acquisition that has been done by the group. Dermatology, La Roche-Posay, Vichy, CeraVe. These are the key brands that we have. And the professional products is L'Oreal Professional and the Matrix, along with the Innova, and the Redken is something that is driving the sales. So the bottom line is that we have different channels, different brands catering to each and every channel for the different kind of consumers and different kind of, and each and every brand is positioned differently. And that's how this is quite unique in the way they actually, we actually sell the products and we actually produce the products. Move on. Moving on, coming to the specific operations. That what does it mean? This is something which was more on the business side. Now coming specific to the operations, coming specific to our key role, that what we are looking for is the operations. Move next. We can play the video.
At L'Oreal Operations, we are shaping the beauty industry.
We serve 7 billion beauty products to serve the infinite appetite of our consumers for beauty experiences.
We are committed to safety and quality.
We are 22,000 experts present worldwide.
Together we embrace the challenges of a changing world with the aim of achieving a sustainable performance.
We invest to support the present and build the future, powered by science and cutting-edge technologies.
We seek out the most agile and efficient solutions, harnessing the power of innovation.
We dare to look to the future, to challenge ourselves.
Acting responsibly with our partners and our ecosystem.
Climate.
Water resources.
Biodiversity.
Natural resources.
Social impact.
We are a team with shared values and strive for excellence in everything we do. Multiple expertises, same vision.
Together, we embody the beauty of the industry.
Thank you very much. So moving on to the mission for the operations with the key figures. So the mission for the operations is centralized across 3 key levers. So first is the innovation. By innovation across the entire value chain. Innovation is something which is the DNA for the organization, and this is consistent across the entire value chain, starting from the design when we design our products, then the development during the development phase of the products to convert them into the reality, and then the sourcing, sustainable sourcing, innovation sourcing that we do in our manufacturing and the distribution. So along the entire value chain, how do we demonstrate the innovation, inclusivity, and the sustainability? Followed by the consumer orientation. Of course, this is something which why we are here for and what we are doing for our consumers. This is the most important thing. And the last, where we actually play a more role in the factories, is by being more agile and efficient. The needs of the time are changing, and the consumer is becoming more data oriented, and we need to keep our pace in terms of being more agile and responsive to the changing needs of the consumer in terms of making the product available in the shortest time with the right set of safety and quality to ensure that the product is available on the shelf. So that's something. There are different supply chain solutions, different supply chain techniques that we keep on using. Moving on the key figures, what do we understand in terms of the operations? So first of all, we have 37 plants worldwide with 21,000 employees, 35,000 partners. And what, in terms, if you compare ourselves with other organizations, with other FMCGs, we are not an FMCG, we are a cosmetic organization with more than 8,000 products which is launched on an annual basis. with the approach of being designed, with the approach of being innovative and scalable for the future. And we produce 8 billion products worldwide. This is where we add value. This is where this team is currently working, and this is why we are here for. In terms of new patent, that gets into 55 patents. 83% of the production is utilized into our own plants in these 37 plants. And we have, for sure, we are a multinational with several nationalities. And the gender ratio is something which is very, very unique. We have 48% worldwide females and 52% males. Moving on. So how do we see operations? Operation now coming. We are spread across several zones. So first in the North Asia, then the SAPMENA. SAPMENA is South Asia, Pacific, Middle East, North Africa. We have Sub-Saharan Africa, Europe zone, North America zone, and the Latin America. And then across the entire zones, we have functions like, and we have communities which is centered around. So L'Oreal is a matrix organization, and we have people from development, packaging. Then development packaging, somebody who develop the products and who invents the packaging to pack as per the consumer needs fitting to our packing lines. Then sourcing of all the raw materials and the packing materials. Then the manufacturing, to which we actually belong to, in terms of converting the innovative design of development packaging into the reality and giving the product its shape. Then the supply chain, distribution of the products from the plant to the consumers, ensuring that the right quality is maintained on the EHS, which is environment, health, and safety, and the sustainability lever comes under the EHS along with packaging and development. Finance, for sure. Information systems, human resource, which is the key, and the communication. So across these different functions and across these different zones, so a complete matrix structure is there where you are a part of the local entity, the local ecosystem, and then you are connected through the global, through these matrix organizations, and you have access to different functional experts to ensure that you have the right level of expertise, and you keep on building your careers, and you can keep on building brands. This is how the essence of the organization is. Moving on. Now coming to the corporate social responsibility, the mission for the program for the CSR is something which impacts our lives with L'Oreal for the future, which is centered around climate, water, biodiversity, and resources. On the climate, yes, it is very proud for all of us, for all the L'Oreal India people, that both the plants are currently running on 100% renewable energy. We are not using the electricity from the coal or from any fossil fuels. We are either getting the electricity from wind, solar, and we are running our plants with the or the hydro. These are the three things from which we are actually running the plants. And when we say that and we do not burn any kind of diesel inside our factory, this is the level of commitment where we have from the organization. On the water, huge progress that has been made, and by 2030, 100% of the water that we are using inside the plant will be used from the recycled water, and the complete water will be used in a loop, and we will not be wasting any water from our factories. Biodiversity, there are a lot of projects which is going on, and by 2030, 100% of our industrial sites will have a positive impact on the biodiversity. And on the resources, how do we keep reducing our plastic consumption, and how do we keep moving to the bio-based resources? There's a lot which has been done in terms of reducing our plastic consumption and moving to PCR to a recycled plastic. There's a lot which is going on, and this is something which is impacting our daily lives, which is giving a sense of purpose to all the people operating inside the plant, to ensure that we contribute to the P&L meaningfully, and this is something which is also helping us in acquisition of the consumers for the future. Moving on. Now across our value chain, this is the entire value chain. If you see, there are three core responsibilities that we have on the quality, safety, and sustainability. In the value chain, you will see the suppliers in the front, and then how do we create and develop our product through the design and the development phase, and then the sourcing, and then the manufacturing, and then how do we serve our customers through our supply chain, through our different methods. So when we are recruiting from the campus, so in this value chain, we'll be contributing to any of the levers, and this is how the careers actually evolve, and you make an impact into each and these levers to actually scale up in the organization. Moving on. So Ranjit.
Next. So our entire L'Oreal operation is divided into 6 zones. So which are the 6 zones? One is the Europe, second is the North America, third is the Latin America, fourth is the Sub-Saharan, fifth is the North Asia, and the sixth is South MENA. So what is South MENA? South MENA is South Asia, Pacific, Middle East, North Africa, and India is a part of South MENA zone. And this zone covers from Australia, New Zealand, all the Southeast Asian countries, India, Middle East, and the North Africa, which is covering like Egypt, Morocco, and all that. So it's a very big zone, starting from the Australia, New Zealand, and ending to the Morocco and Egypt. So global manufacturing footprint, if you see that we have total 37 plants across the globe, and some of the plants are specialized in technologies and they are specific to the divisions also. Next. Yeah. So next is the high performing industries. So here is that we are producing 7 different categories of the product, like hair care, hair color, skin care, styling, makeup, hygiene, and fragrances. So in L'Oreal, our main focus is to protect our people, their safety, their well-being, protect our consumer by providing the right quality of the product, and our environment, as Amit has explained, the L'Oreal for the future, in which the area in which we are operating. So to have a cutting edge advantage, we have developed agility to ensure that if there is a sudden increase in the demand from our customer, like our division, so how we can immediately fulfill that need. So here what we have done is that we have developed the upstream supply chain, like our suppliers and all other things, and at the plant level also, what we have done is that we have developed the continuously reviewing our capacities on that, so that if there is some need comes, is that plant will react immediately to that need, and this we are doing. Along with that, we are developing our people in different critical expertise, so we don't have any kind of dependency, and everyone will get equally trained, and we have a good agile ecosystem in the plant. So, interoperability is that we have a global SAP system in which we can compute and integrate all the global manufacturing data to make the decision based on that. And it is like all the data are integrated there together, so we can do the analysis and all that. So that we have in L'Oreal. So next. L'Oreal is a very high-tech industry that where we use our data, and as well as we are using high-tech technology also. So, for example, is that remote assistance is that all our machines, the lines as well as our skids have the remote access facility, so that if suppose any defect come which we are not able to solve or our operators are not able to solve, so we can connect with the OEM, and then OEM can connect to our lines and our skid, and they can do the troubleshooting. So this will help us to save the cost as well as the money. Some of our plants, they have the AGVs, so automated guided vehicles. So they operate by using the combination of software, sensors, and the navigation system to autonomously transport the materials within the facility. So there is no manual intervention in between. It is running autonomously, and there are predefined paths or guided by the technologies like magnetic path, laser navigations, or optical makers. This helps us to improve the agility and the productivity. In most of the in India is that in Pune plant we have around 5 to 6 cobots. So that cobots have the numerous advantage, like including the increased safety through collaboration with human, enhanced efficiency and all that. So this is overall is that helping us to improve the overall productivity, agility in the plant, and we are using the high-tech technologies. Most of our lines are agile, so which can adapt or respond quickly to the changeover. So we are using the tools like single minute exchange die and all the things. In our packaging team who sits in a Mumbai office, they have a 3D printers, so which help us to make the prototypes, which help to cut the lead time and the cost. And this is really helping us so that any new, suppose change part or something, where is that we need not to wait, develop and all that. So 3D printers, that also we have in India, so that is there. And it is a data-driven decision making. So it's all the strategic approach that use the data, analysis, information, and all the decisions are based on this one. Next. So about L'Oreal India. So L'Oreal came to India in 1994, and we have last year we completed the 30 years mark in the country. So we have around 1800 plus employees. We have 5000 plus beauty advisors and all that to support our business. We have 6 offices, so that our headquarters is in Mumbai, and we have a regional offices like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore and Calcutta. We have 2 factories. One is in Pune, which is in west, and the other one is Baddi in the north. And we have 2 R&I centers. One is in Mumbai, and the Advanced Research Center is in Bangalore. We are catering near about 27 brands, and we have around 1.8 million outlets across the country. So now we are just give a brief about L'Oreal Baddi. Next. So L'Oreal Baddi. So Baddi is that we have started this plant in 2013. So just to give an idea about Baddi, that it is located at the junction of 3 provinces like Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, and Punjab. And the industrialization in this area started in year 2000. So before that, there was no industrialization in this area. So government wanted to promote the industrialization. So they came with a tax incentive scheme. So to take the advantage of this tax incentive, I think around 100 plus MNCs and all the local industries, they have put their setup in Baddi. So around, you can say 3000 plus factories, industries are working today in Baddi. And it has become a largest hub of pharma in South Asia and the biggest pharma in the North India. So you take any big name and they have their operations in Baddi. Next. So Baddi plant, the total area of the Baddi plant is not a very big plant. It has a 10,000 plus square meter area. And the plant has constructed by amalgamating 7 small factories. So the plant is not like a conventional plant where you can see that horizontal shop floors and all. Baddi is a unique one. It has a vertical shop floor. So we have a shop floor at basement, at the ground floor, and at the first floor. And Baddi in the group has the highest area productivity per square meter. We are having around 22,000, and on an average, the industry per square meter productivity is around 5,000. So I will talk about the value chain. As I said, that Baddi is not a very big plant, so we don't have the space to create a big warehouse inside the factory. So what we have system is that we have external warehouse, which is 5 kilometers away from our factory. So all the raw materials and packing materials we receive in the external warehouse, and then we do the sampling there, and the samples come to the factory, and we do all the quality checks as per the protocol. And once it get accepted as per our production plan, the material moves from the external warehouse to the factory. So there are some 8 vehicles that are continuously doing the movement between the external warehouse and the factory. So they brings the raw materials and packing components to the factory, and they take back the finished product to the external warehouse. So in external warehouse, once the finished good get accepted, is that the local finished good we distribute to CFAs, which is around 90 kilometers away from Baddi, and from there it goes to different 14 CFAs across the country, and from there it gets distributed to the distributor and to the end consumer. For the export SKU is that we, since Baddi is not closer to the coastal area, so what we do is that we move our finished good to close to Delhi, which is Dadri. From there, it goes by train to Nhava Sheva or Mundra port, depend on the country to which we are doing the export, and from there it goes to the respective country. So if you see that the raw materials which we procure around by value, 60% of the raw materials are still imported, because in L'Oreal to get the raw material localized is a very big process, and they follow a stringent protocol before they approve the raw material. For packing components, we have 100% packing components we procure from locally. We have one subcontractor which is around 5 kilometers away from our plant who makes the semi-finished good which goes into the product. And to cater all this requirement, we have 7 manufacturing suites, we have 20 packing lines, we have produced near about 300 plus SKUs and 190 formulas, and around 380 people are working in Baddi plant. So if you see how is the cell distribution in India is around 35% is in north, around 35% is in the west and the middle, and then rest is in the south and the east. Next. So Baddi plant is a dedicated hair color plant. So we make only a single technology, which is hair color technology, and consumer product. So we have in India we have 4 divisions, but we majorly cater to 2 divisions, which is consumer product division and professional product division. Active cosmetic they are importing, and even the Lux division they are also importing most of their SKUs. Those SKUs we are not producing in Baddi, so we cater to consumer product division, to the PPD, and we do the hair color in sachets. We export to the South Asian countries. We did the export of color sensation to Europe and US. We are doing export to Middle East and to the Latin America. So we have the FDA license, we have GMP license, the plant is ISO certified, we have all the ISOs like ISO 9001, 14000, 2250, all the ISO certification we have, and the plant is halal certified. So halal certification is a certification which is required if you do the export to Islamic country. So we are doing the export to Indonesia, which is a Islamic country, and they have a requirement that the products which comes to their country has to be halal certified. So we are halal certified also. Next. So I hand over to Amit. He will speak about the Pune plant. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Amit has had to go to another important meeting, so I'll be taking through the Pune plant and the presentation for Pune. Hello everyone, Santosh here, the HR manager for Pune plant. So Pune, Pune is basically an important city is in state of Maharashtra, and Pune plant is located in MIDC, that is industrial area, where we have located in a huge automotive hub. We have Bajaj Auto in just front of our Pune plant. We have Volkswagen plant. We have Mercedes Benz plant, and we have even Mahindra and Mahindra plant around 4 kilometers of this L'Oreal Pune plant located in Chakanpatti. Next. So this is our plant. It's a huge plant. It's a 20 years old plant. We formed this plant in 2004. Exactly 21 years we have completed this year. This the area is almost 1,43,000 square meters. You can see the layout. We have two packing halls. So we have packing lines, 34 packing lines, 9 skids. We have warehouses, RMPM warehouses. We have a huge setup of utilities, engineering setup, and a warehouse. We have a IDC is the internal warehouse and a quite open land. We have almost 73% open land, which is built in the context of future expansion. The spread over of Pune plant is this. Next. Pune plant is a complex plant. It is one of the plant in Sapna zone which is having 4 technologies. When we say technologies, we produce more than 410 products. Okay, so this is a wide range of products, and to do that we have technologies. We have hair care, we have hair color, we have skin and makeup. Coloration forms a bigger chunk of it. 60% is coloration that we produce in Pune plant. We have different formats, multi formats, like we have glass. You see the catalog at the bottom. These are the kind of products that we manufacture in Pune plant. We have sachets, we have jars, we have tubes, we have bottles. These are the different kind of products, and which increases the complexity of the plant, and engineering has to be right, and the agility has to be right to cater the business needs. And this is a spread of our region where we are manufacturing almost 80 to 85% for local and 15% export. This year the export is going to increase by almost 20-25%. This is a snapshot of Pune plant, what we manufacture in Pune plant. Next. Pune plant is also carbon neutral. So we are fully on green energy. There is no brown energy. We secure our energy from solar and wind, and this is how we last year have declared Pune plant as 100% renewable energy. There is no brown energy in plant in Pune plant. Next. So overall, when this is about both the plants, you have heard about global, then India context, then you have got a glimpse of Baddi, you have got a glimpse of what Pune does. Now talking about L'Oreal India from people point of view, L'Oreal basically is a company which is where we call it's all about people, and people. It's not about machines and walls. It's about people. So people at the center, people are at the core. When we say people, we have a philosophy that we do not build our organization. We build our people, and our people build our organization. That's the philosophy we have. So going next in to take care of people, we have a lot of programs. We have a very robust talent management plan. We have very robust review system. We have also a talent pipeline and career progression. We have different sort of platforms where people are free to choose their career and aspire their dreams and make a longer career in L'Oreal. So one of the key in aspect is to keep them engaged. We have different portfolios and different platforms and a regular calendar where we take care of our people in terms of their career, in terms of their aspiration, in terms of their mind and body, and even stress. And work-life balance is one's biggest strong point of L'Oreal, where we have a share and care policy. We have a very flexible work policy, and at the same time we take care of work-life balance. This is the glimpse of what we do, the pictures of what we do from a people point of view. We have a short video also for you to share. Can we go next on the people engagement photos and the videos, if you can play? Yeah, the context here is we are a very open culture in terms of our people and the culture, and we as L'Oreal India, we continue to innovate, we continue to inspire, we continue to develop our people to create positive impact. As we say, we create the beauty that moves the world, and this is the platform where we are here on the campus to have you on the board and share with you the L'Oreal graduate program, the graduate program operations. I will like to share with you and want will be very excited to have you as a part of this journey. So next, this the program. What now? Very important for you to know what is the program all about. The program is a 1 year program. This GT program is 1 year program. In the 1 year, the first initial you will be given a exposure on L'Oreal Discovery. L'Oreal Discovery means you will be exposed to the different divisions of L'Oreal India, the business side, the CPD, PPD, LPD, where you will be going to the head office and you will get yourself explore to what the way of operating, ways of working of L'Oreal, and what is L'Oreal, the heart and the culture of L'Oreal, the values of L'Oreal. Then you will have a stint in manufacturing in 4 functions, that is production, quality, EHS, environment, health, safety, and MS's manufacturing supply chain. So you will have a 1 year stint in these 4 functions, which are mandatory. And then if we have time, we will surely give you exposure of the other functions, which is packaging, product development, and sourcing. This is part of operations. Next. Now, how this 1 year program is discussed? This is what we have. The first initial 3 rotations will be in 3 mid-year, which is you will be exposed in 3 different functions in one of the plant. Then there will be, while doing a project, there will be mentorship. In each project, you will have a mentor and a guide, and also the plant leadership will be involved in your journey. We will have a tailor-made learning plan depending on the skills and the skill gaps, and regular performance checks. And very important, then after 1 year, or maybe before that, if there is an opportunity, you'll be observed into a role. So this is how the 1 year journey is. Now I will ask my colleague Sonika to take further. Thank you, guys. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Santosh. So, yes, I know this would probably, get your attention. And I know many of you, would be looking for that, what sort of the roles that would be available into the L'Oreal. So at L'Oreal, we always, give this freedom to our employees, to choose his or her career, as well as, provide a lot of work opportunities. So as you can see it on the screen, and there are various roles which are the diverse careers which is available for the GTs. As Santosh mentioned, once you complete your 1 year stint, your definitely performance and your interest, definitely will be evaluated during that year. And after completion of 1 year, the roles which will be available for you into the manufacturing. So there are certain roles in production, process improvement engineer, manufacturing excellence, as well as the project manager. So these are the roles which will be there into the manufacturing. And in the supply chain, you will see, the demand, the supply planners, inventory analysts, data analysis, as well as certain key account supply chain managers. So, and similarly, we have our quality and the EHS department, in which, the quality control, environment manager, as well as, certain warehouse roles are available, for the quality and the environment, health and safety function. Also, there will be certain operations roles which is into the packaging and development, that are like, the product development and engineer, and certain, the packaging innovations, as well as packaging science centers. There are certain roles in, which are already there. And in sourcing, there is direct as well as the indirect sourcing, the rules are there. Sustainability as well as sourcing, and the excellence is there. RM, the procurement rules are there, as well as some category or the business team roles will be there. And what I have explained the roles. Apart from this, there are certain roles which, as and when, which is available, as well as we always, give this opportunity, that they have the several sort of, the lives without having to change the companies. So in L'Oreal, I would say, the certain, my experience, as well as certain success stories, that people, who have joined as a GT, probably, as their career, and now they are into a very senior roles, in L'Oreal, and they have also changed not only, the roles in the similar functions, but we also provide them, certain opportunities wherein they have changed, they have moved even from one function to another function, as well as, even, some one entity to the another entity as well. So there are many, opportunities already there, but yes, depends on that, how your performance as well as, how your basically interest lies. But I think, if you have all these things there, so L'Oreal, always provides you the platforms wherein if you want to excel, I think sky is the limit in here. Moving on. Yes, the next slide, please. Yes. So, as you are already aware, GT hiring process is already on. So we are already, discussing about the pre-placement. We are giving you, the context about, the organization, about the role, and especially, what's in it for you. So process is already on, and the registration phase, screening phase, once we will be done with our pre-placement, the screening phase will be started from immediately after this pre-placement talk. So we are looking for, the applicants, which who are, the B Tech or B Engineering, pass out this year, and they have, a sort of, the strong commitments, to the L'Oreal values, as you are getting, completely exposed to what exactly L'Oreal and how your interest lies in. So we have, the GTs. We will be looking for basically the two locations, Baddi as well as the Chakan, the plant Pune. And what we are looking for once your exams are completely over in the mid of this year. So the joining would be in the, June or July, whatever your session will be there. And so what we are targeting that, by the mid of this April, we would be done with our online as well as completing offline interviews. Definitely offline interviews, we would like to interact, as well as would like to give you a chance to visit the factories and to see basis on which the preference of your location would be. So interviews will be starting in the April, once the assessment phase is done. And the CTC, I know that's most probably the awaiting thing which you will be looking for is overall is the 13 lakhs, the package. Yes, we can move on to the next slide. Yes, so we embrace as well as seek to disrupt with the technology, and that's how we need you. And if you feel that if you have a ambition, which you feel that you can challenge the status quo, as well as think big, be bold and agile. I think this is the organization. And secondly, the resilience in which you have the positive attitude, as well as leveraging the ownership of your actions, to bounce back. I think this is the organization for. And the judgment in which we always see that how you would be like balancing your intuitions as well as your analysis skills to cut through the complexities, as well as to make your decisions. And empathy, which is very very important when we go for certain the L'Oreal the competencies, being mindful that how you will be impacting to have on your on others, basically being in the society as well as to the environment. And very important is the learning agility, learning constantly by being open, as well as having courage to step outside of your comfort zone. So if you feel that you have all those traits as well as your interest, I think L'Oreal is the one. We would be looking forward to have the students like you to welcome, and super excited to see your interest, as well as to interact more once you will be like phasing out to your assessment criteria, and your interest probably help you to know that what basically L'Oreal is looking forward going forward. So if you feel that you are ready to create some impact to the the organization, as well as you're ready for the future of the beauty, definitely L'Oreal is the organization. And with this we will be open for the questions, and maybe we could be able to answer some of your curiosities, as well as could give you the clarity, so that those who will be having the interest can definitely be the part of this the whole interview process, as well as looking forward to have that personal interaction with you in the further process. So maybe, yes, we will stop here, and we would love to hear your questions, and definitely, give you the answers of your all your inquisites. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonika. I will request everyone to come on stage again. Perfect. So, hi everybody. My name is Shweta, and I'm a part of the HR operations team at L'Oreal as well. So I have been reading all your questions that you've been putting in the comments and all the other comments that you've been putting here. So I will try and take up as many questions as possible. I think the one thing that is standing out to me before I even move to the questions is there seems to be some queries around whether this is an internship. Is it a program post which people will get a pre-placement offer, etc. So let me clarify that for you. That if you were to get hired as a graduate engineer trainee at L'Oreal, from day one, you will be an employee of L'Oreal. What this program essentially means is that you will go through different projects and different stints, as we call it. And then at the end of 12 months, you will get a role, as both Sonika and Santosh have said, in a department where we think you would fit in well, as well as a department that you are keen on joining. So your, choice and your interest will also be considered at that point. And then you continue working with us as an employee of L'Oreal. This is not an internship. This is a full-time hiring that we are doing. This is also not the first time we are doing this. You are just seeing us in a different avatar this time. But the GT program has given us many senior leaders in the organization, and we hope to continue seeing that. So I hope that has been, made clear. One question that is coming up a lot, so guys, maybe I'll answer it already, is when is the assessment? So right now we are in the registration phase. Registrations close tomorrow. On 1st April is the assessment test, which is the next round, and all other details that you will need is, they're all available on Unstop. Feel free to reach out to the Unstop team and ask questions, and all of us here will answer them for you via email or whatever way possible. Okay, now I'm quickly going to jump into some burning questions that are there. Maybe the first question is, I can pass it on to Ranjit and Sonika. Can I choose my location? I'm keen to work in Baddi. And a linked question to that is, will I have to move between the two plants, or will I continue being in one location? So either of you could pick that up.
Yes, I can take it. So definitely, as we said that, we have the two locations, Baddi and Chakan. But yes, once the assessment is common, for the both plants. But yes, once we will see that, your interest, because the internship period would be for the one location. So, once you start your internship, or the GT program starts, that would be, you have to be decided that whether it is Baddi or Pune. So definitely, as the question is that whether I can choose. Yes, you have to make up your mind that whether you want it Baddi or Pune. But yes, there are certain stints in which you will be get exposed to both the locations, as well as the supply chain, our part, which is the operations, the full operations, the idea that to give you exposure for the both plants, as well as the supply chain stint. But yes, answer to the question that yes, it has to be decided beforehand. You cannot just ping pong on the both locations. It will be one.
Great. I think that answers the question. Ranjit, maybe you could answer the next question if you're on the screen. What is the future scope and job roles for chemical engineers at L'Oreal? Sorry, am I audible?
Yes, Shweta. Maybe if probably Ranjit is having some technical glitch.
Yeah, in case he's having
next
any
question.
technical
Yes.
issues, Sonika, do you want to take it up?
So yes, again, being the chemical engineers, if we see, we have, the chemical engineers, who have joined as a, the GT engineers, and they have taken up the different roles in the various functions, as I already explained. So definitely there is a scope, but again, let me tell you, this is not a typical sort of the factory, L'Oreal being, the presence of, the two plants in India. So we always look forward for certain, the techno manager. So it's not a typically, you can say that only chemical engineers can take up. I think, we are completely open for, the chemical engineers, as well as, the production, industry quality, or some, electronics, because we have, in past, the GTs, who have really made up, the good, the careers in the plants. Even we have certain mechanical engineers who have been, joined as a GT, and now working into the various, the roles, as well as the different, the entities. So yes, there is definitely, I won't say that, being L'Oreal, we are typically sort of, the, the always, targeting that, you should be like, only chemical or production. I think it's more of that, how you would like to take your, career, as well as, your interest, going forward. Because yes, as an organization, we always are open, to, take your interest, carry forward. And but yes, the focus is, you should have the other, apart from your technical competencies, open to take up, the interest, that which function you would want to. But yes, definitely, we have many successful chemical engineers, as well as the mechanical, electrical people are into the different roles. I
Yeah,
hope I
and
would be able
you
to.
mentioned that, Sonika, and already the chat is asking a lot of questions about mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. Santosh, maybe you want to talk about this a little bit. One of the questions is, I'm a mechanical engineer. How can I contribute at L'Oreal? So maybe mechanical and some of the other streams you could touch upon, and maybe some success stories that we've had. Santosh, I think you're on mute.
Yes. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah, just to add on, Sonika, see, I just spoke about, the philosophy of L'Oreal. When we say we hire, we do not hire for a particular role. Okay, we don't hire for a particular, but we hire for careers. And when we say this, what we do is we experiment, we take risk, we bet. Okay, the more important is that you should have that competency and potential to grow in the organization. Finally, the aim and aspiration is like Sonika mentioned in her PPT, that what we are looking for. We are looking for ambition, we are looking for curiosity, we are looking learning agility. We don't want a person to be a mechanical engineer in the shop floor for a longer period of time. All right. We want a mechanical engineer to get exposure of technical as well as the leadership soft skills, take on different roles, and be a leader, or inspiring leader. Maybe you can be a quality manager, maybe you can, even a chemical mechanical engineer can head a quality function. A mechanical engineer
Yeah.
can go to engineering. Definitely engineering is his forte. So we have a huge engineering setup. There is a huge utilities where we have compressors, we have generators, we have packing lines, filling lines. So a lot of electrical and mechanical both work are there. Technically, you can have your competency, you can explore yourself, get technically equipped, learn the leadership competencies, improve your skill, build on it, take up different roles, move from one function. From production, you join in production because mechanical is your core. Learn, take on different functions. Like, there are options. It's about you, what you want. It's your choice. L'Oreal does not have a traditional way of working. In mechanical engineers go this way, chemical goes this way, or other production goes this way. So you come, open platform, you choose what is aspires you, and L'Oreal is open to do experiments.
Okay, thank you so much for that. One of the other questions is around the stints and the projects. I think this is where the students are seeking some clarity. What do we mean by stints? Typically, what are the kind of stints that they can expect to do in 12 months at L'Oreal? Maybe both of you can answer in your own way.
Okay, so maybe I can start, and Santosh, you can add it. So when we say stints, typically, in our factories, we have, around six functions, which includes, the production, quality, health and safety, And then we have, the manufacturing supply chain that includes, the warehousing part as well, and, the finance and HR. So when we say it's stint, so we have, the typically, these six, functions in the plant. So you will be assigned, certain projects, during your 12 months. Like we have 6 months, so maybe, with a tenure of, 1 to 2 months, you will be assigned projects in every function. Okay, so the with that the function, like in production we have the packing, and the manufacturing process as well as the maintenance. So maybe yes, we can always say that for the production it can be a little longer stint, so that you can get exposure to each area, packing, manufacturing as well as maintenance. So these projects, when we say, so these are sort of your stints with each and every function. So these are the factory stints, in which they will be get through the either the Baddi plant or the Chakan plant. But at the same time, we would be like also encouraging to assign you the projects for the packaging development, the team, as well as the sourcing part as well. So we will decide that which roles you will be like wherein the physical presence is there, and you have to definitely like when it comes to the core, the factory, the production part, then you have to be basically present into the factory only. But there could be certain projects wherein you can probably the part of certain the virtual projects, in which you can just experience it once, and then you can continue with your projects. Yeah. So these 6, 7, 8, the stints, when we say with the different functions, is your the projects during the 12 months.
Yeah, just to add on,
Santosh, yeah.
rightly, yeah, just to add on what Sonika rightly she said. See, the idea behind is like in the 1 year, you will be exposed to the entire plant operations, okay, how the plant operates. Start from the raw material, packing material coming inside the plant, getting processed, how the bulk is getting manufactured, and how the filling and packing happens, how the dispatch happens. So, entire product life cycle, okay, you will get an exposure of how the product life cycle happens, how is the manufacturing process, how the plant operates. So four functions, about out of six, four functions are very important. They are called core functions, operations, production one, then EHS, engineering, health and safety, environment, health and safety, quality function, and there is manufacturing supply chain. So these are the four functions. Supply chain is planning, production is execution, EHS and quality to support. So you will be exposed in all these four functions, hardcore functions, where live projects will be assigned with the, like Sonika said, with mentors, and then you will be exposed. You will be given so that you also get a glimpse of each and every technical functions, how they operate, how they operate, and in the 1 year, it also gives you both the organization a good clarity on what are your interests, what are your key skills, where are you are good at, where you need to improve, and in every moment, every stint, there is a leadership involvement, there is a feedback, there is hand and hand going sessions where when you're going in the wrong direction, the direction can be changed. If there is something from the organization point of view, also change. It's not that only one side changes, it's give and take, and that gives a good time period for us at the end of the year to give you a right career, so that you are making a good aspiring career in L'Oreal.
Yeah. I think that makes it very clear. I understand that we've just touched the 1 hour mark, so maybe we stop at this point. Any other questions that are coming, please feel free to send them to Unstop, and Unstop will share it with us, and we will be more than happy to answer those for you. Let me just recap the next steps. Once registrations close tomorrow, there will be a screening done on our end. I know there are a lot of questions around screening. Screening is essentially a CV-based assessment that we do on our end, a shortlisting basis, which what stream are you from? We will definitely look at academics also as one of the shortlisting criteria. And finally, the bunch of students that we shortlist will write the assessment on 1st April. The assessment is also a combination of things. We have the cognitive part of the assessment, we have the psychometric part of the assessment, and we have a speech assessment as well. The students who make it through these rounds will then do online interviews with us, and then a select few will be asked to join us at the factory for a factory visit, followed by in-person interviews. That's how the entire program, recruitment part of the program is designed. And then you come on board and join us as a graduate trainee. There are a lot of questions in the chat about, I am from this course, am I eligible? I'm from this course, am I eligible? See, guys, the intent for us is once you join us as a graduate trainee, while your technical knowledge is important, but what you learn along the way and in these 12 months is also important for us, which is why we've kept the application open to everyone. And you can choose to apply on Unstop. And basis that, we will do the selection and shortlisting. So again, any questions that you need answered, you can read the landing page on Unstop or reach out to us via the Unstop again. Thank you so much for all your questions, and we will answer whatever we haven't answered already. And thank you so much, Sonika, Santosh, and all the other speakers. I will now hand it back to Guneet, who started off with us to end the conversation.
Great. Thanks, Shweta. And thanks to all our speakers for your insights about L'Oreal and this program. So thank you everyone for taking out time today and being such a wonderful audience. I hope you enjoyed the event as much as we did. So all the best and see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye. Take care. Bye.
Hello. Bye bye, everyone.